We are all chasing for love. We all need love. Every relationship needs three most important things to survive. Every relationship requires 1, 2 people. 2, their decision to be together. And 3, seeking each other's happiness. We often neglect the third point, which is the most important one, seeking each other's happiness. So yes, two people have really met. A requirement has been met. Their decision to be partners. You've decided to love that person. What about the third point? Seeking each other's happiness. When did you ask your partner, are you happy? Am I making you happy? When did you make a retrospection of yourself to ask yourself, to demand how you are treating your partner? You self-reflect. Am I making them happy? Are they happy with me? Am I putting in much work? Is there something I can do to improve the relationship? But what do we often get? We get blaming. You are blaming your partner for how the relationship is turning out to be, going the downward spiral. You are pushing blame. You are critiquing them. You think they are not meeting your expectation. It has become your partner, but never you. You think your partner is always the problem. If he was this, I think the relationship would be better. If he had this amount of money, I think the relationship would be better. If he stopped complaining about my shape, I think the relationship would be better. If he reduces his size, his weight, I think the relationship would be better. Everything has been about your partner, but not you. How do you improve yourself? How does your action improve the relationship? What courses do you have to take to ensure that you bring development into the relationship? These are questions that you need to reflect upon to ensure that you are making your partner happy. When we have this mentality of seeking our partner's happiness, developing, it reflects in their relationship. The pillars of every relationship are the fruits of the Spirit: forgiveness, sacrifice, acceptance, long-suffering, patience, kindness, caring for your partner. The fruits of the Spirit, as depicted in Galatians chapter 5, the verses number 22. When we exhibit these attributes, hardly would your relationship fail. Your relationship will be on a trajectory of growth and development. Whenever we are talking about growth in relationship, we often forget about the differences we experience in our relationship. We often overlook how unique and different our partners are. And these become a yardstick for you to lower your expectations of them. You and your partner are never the same. And the moment you start living together as a husband and wife or as partners under the same roof, the differences are magnified. You come to understand who you've really married or who you really call your partner. They will show you things. And that is why I'm saying that for us to ignore the amount of work we put in our relationship is really hurting most of us in our relationship. Relationship requires a lot of work. When you see things you don't like in your partner, how do you react? Especially when you are that type who find things very irritating and disgusting, and you end up rolling your eyes because your partner is not doing this, is not doing that, and you don't feel like talking to them, and there's that kind of emotional disconnect because your expectations of them are not being met. You expect them to help around the house, you expect them to do this, you expect them to do that, and not that you expect them alone, but you've also communicated your expectations to them, but yet they feel nonchalant or they are not putting forth their best foot forward in the relationship, and they are not supporting as they're supposed to be. So many things run through your head, and this is why most people end up becoming enemies, because when the differences start showing up and they feel their expectations are not being met, they just withdraw. And they conclude in their mind that their partners are nonchalant, their partners don't love them, their partners are not supportive, their partners don't care about them. This is because you fail to accept how different and unique your partner is. And if you should understand who your partner is and see things from their point of view, especially at the backdrop of where they are coming from, the uniqueness of your partner or their differences because of the environment they are nurtured from. They are coming from a different environment with different mindset, and environment that nurture their nature, that nurture their mindset, that nurture their mental trait. In your dating phase, things that made you happy, their partner made you happy, but now you living under the same roof, you are seeing the other side of them with a magnified differences. So I tell couples, when the differences are showing up, when the expectations are not being met, just calm down, be patient. And the fruit of the Spirit that is needed at this stage is long suffering. You need to be a person who suffers long, who exhibits. And what is the meaning of long suffering? Long suffering is when you are able to entertain something for that long. It has no time bound. Usually it is the petty issues that end up being magnified into big issues that couples can't contain themselves. So when there is long suffering, any petty issue you see, you ignore. I'm always telling people, ignore. This is not about brushing things under the carpet, but it is about exhibiting a high sense of maturity that says that this thing is something that I can easily let go for the sake of peace and the development and growth of the relationship. If my partner chews gum and makes a loud noise, or when my partner is chewing or eating, he makes some noises, this is something with them, and you can easily ignore for the growth of the relationship. I'm not saying they can't change from it, they can change with time. But that time is not the time you have set or apportioned for them. So in your mind, that attribute or that nature of them that abhors you, that you don't like, you expect that within a man, or the couple of times you've brought up in conversation, you're expecting results from them. No, you need to be patient with them and give them room to change. Sometimes it's going to take months. Sometimes it's going to take years. Sometimes they may never change from it. But they are your partners. We need to understand something. We should see relationship from God's point of view. That is why Bible says that we should let our yes be yes and our no be no. The reason why Bible says that God hates divorce. God hates divorce because if we should be divorcing our couples at the slightest provocation, then trust you and me, every day people will divorce. He, being the great architect, understands human nature. He has the heart to understand the various environments that people are coming from. And it's a common knowledge that a person is a product of their environment. Their ways of doing things are results of the environment they are coming from. Nature expects you to be accommodative of your partner's faults and shortcomings. You don't make an issue out of their shortcomings. You easily let go. You easily ignore. You easily overlook. Don't be petty in relationships. The number one killer of relationships is pettiness. And this is an advice I normally give to couples. If you expect your partner to do it, why can't you do it? I'm talking about support in the home. If I expect my wife to clean the room, why can't I clean it? If I expect my wife to clean the washroom, why can't I clean the washroom? Whatever you expect your partner to do, why can't you do? Instead of voicing out, I need you to do this, I need you to do that, just do it for the sake of peace. There are people that are naturally lazy. And trust you, the key about bonding together is that we learn from each other. There are things your partner will pick from you, positive things, and they will drop negative things. And it takes time. Haven't you realized that? And it's a common knowledge. Most often people say that couples tend to look alike as they grow in their relationship. This is how nature made, and this is the beauty of nature. We drop some baggages and pick some good attributes from our partners. We pick some mannerisms. We pick some growth mindset. We pick some development mindsets. We pick some good habits. This is the beauty of relationship. We complement each other. We are each other's companion. We support each other to grow. So as a husband, understand that husbandry means raising and breeding. In modern terms, it is careful management and cultivation of what has been entrusted to you. You're supposed to raise your wife. You're supposed to cultivate your home. And this is a lot of responsibility. It's not just about providing and giving money, ensuring that your house or your home is well catered for. but ensuring that there is peace in the home, ensuring that every person is emotionally in tune. You don't claim a leadership without responsibility. It's sad to know that society sadly think that the role of the husband is just to provide for the family. No, your leadership role means that you need to take the lead in how the house is set up. The thriving relationships or the thriving marriages are where there are no specific duties assigned to roles, like this is what the wife is supposed to do and this is what the husband is supposed to do. So it's the wife's duty to take care of the kids, it's the wife's duty to clean, it's the wife's duty to do this, to do that. And as husband, it's my duty only to put money on the table. No, it's not like that. Set marriages don't endure. That is a traditional mindset that had been propagated and it didn't help. A thriving home is where the husband helps the wife, helps in raising the kids, helps in cleaning the spaces in the house, helps in decluttering the home, ensuring that there is peace, there's a serene atmosphere, there's a clean atmosphere in the home where everybody can belong. I believe that every relationship deserves a second chance. And I believe that when two people team up, they can really make things work in a home. And that includes your relationship. If you've really laughed with your partner before, if you have really enjoyed their company before, if you have really been proud of them, I think that however sore or however bad your relationship seems to be, this is a phase you are in, and you need to strategically take up the challenge to grow your relationship, to put your relationship back on the trajectory of growth. And I think you can do it. If you think there are certain challenges or certain issues you think you can't overcome, you can drop them in the comment section and let's all discuss. If this video really helped you, you can click the subscribe button. You can get more updates whenever I post new videos. My latest book is also out. I'll put the link in the comment section and use it. Revitalize Your Love Story. This is a book that is very dear to my heart. It's about how you can build your relationship, how you can nurture a strong, compatible partnership. So I spoke about compatibility, sexual compatibility. I spoke about the compatibility matrix. I spoke about the love equation, what goes into making love work in a relationship. There are so many gems and precious assets you can find in this book. So kindly click the link and purchase it. If you read the book, kindly put a review. I'll see you in the next video.